I'm going to unbox the Sony RX10 Mark II. Now I'm going to give my very quick initial impressions of the RX10 Mark II. I'm not going to show any footage in this video. I'll have some sample footage in another video. And I'm going to use this primarily for video. That's my main purpose with this bridge camera. I wanted something run and gun for documentaries and short videos that I could take with me all in one package, and I don't need to pack other lenses. Really, the major selling point is this lens, the 24 to 200 millimeter zoom lens. And that length is why this camera is so versatile and why it's great for documentaries, run and gun documentaries. In addition to the constant 2.8 throughout the entire zoom range that you could manually click through. There's hard stop clicks, and then on the bottom you can turn that off and have smooth clickless aperture rings, so you can dial in your f-stop while filming. And with the shutter speed, it's controlled with this dial here. Here are all the different flavors. You have XAVC S4K, regular HD, AVC HD, and MP4. And then on top of that, you have your different frame rates, the highest being 100 megabits per second, and then you have a 60 megabits, and I believe in the regular HD mode, you have all 50 megabits. You also have slow motion at 120 frames at 100 megabits in HD quality, which is pretty good for slow motion, amongst other slow motion formats. You actually have an S-Log2 picture profile in the RX10 Mark II. For documentary and for professional video, you should always have a headphone jack and a 3.5 millimeter mic input jack, which you have here on the side. And on the top, you have the hot shoe, which has the, you can put accessories such as an XLR adapter and a boom microphone, all powered from the camera. There are three things with this camera that I am a little bit apprehensive of. I'm not sure how they're going to be in the field. That's kind of worrying me. The first thing is this lens zoom noise. So I had the other version, the RX10 Mark I, and I don't remember it making a noise as I was zooming in, but this Mark II version has a noise during the zoom. You can hear the motors in the zoom and at different speeds. So I know there's a regular speed and a fast speed of the zoom control. I have this on slow speed, and I could hear the motors as I zoom. You can't really hear it in this video, but while I'm recording in a very quiet location, I can hear the motor noise, and that's pretty annoying. The other problem I have with it is the battery life. I just popped this battery in, fully charged. I've been using it for maybe 15 minutes, and it's already at 70%. I am not even shooting video, I just have it on. So since the batteries are carried over from last year's model, they're not that big. They're pretty small in my opinion, and I'm going to have to purchase a handful of these batteries to last a full shooting day. They say it on the box, but you really don't know it until you start using it, as the compatible SD cards. This limits you to, you must have a U3 SDXC card. So here's the one that I ended up getting that works. Here's the Sony SDXC U3. SDXC cards, they start at 64 gigabytes. So if you have a 32 gigabyte U3 card, it's not the same. It's SDHC. They will not work on this camera. What's funny is that these two SD cards are champions when I'm using them with my GH4. I have a GH4, I'm shooting 4K with the GH4, and these cards work fine. But in the Sony, it's impossible. It just won't record to the XAVC as codec in both 4K and in HD. So that's my initial impression of the RX10 so far. I'm going to shoot some test footage, and I'm going to post that later. And then I'm also going to compare the footage to what the GH4 offers in its 4K. If you have any questions of what you would like to know from the RX10 Mark II, leave some comments below, and I'll see if I can field those questions as I do more tests with this.